Hi, it's Roni and welcome to my channel and to Scraptember with the Scrappy Sisters and Laura and the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy. And the prompt today is to use stickers. And it is also Punched Out Thursday, so I will be using my punches for the layout. I think I use one die set and the rest are all punches. And this is the sketch that we'll be using today that Christy picked out. And I'm going to kind of move a couple of things around on it, but I'm going to basically have the stuff that's there. The circles is what I'm going to move around. So I had a little bit of snow and cocoa, so I decided to use it for my layout. And then those alphas are jelly bean soup. And I have some cardstock also. And I'm pointing out there that I moved the circles in my layout. And I want to make some penguins, and I'm showing the one I made ahead of time. And I want to make another one really similar to it, and I'm going to use those two petals that I showed right there. And I made two of the same one, and it's the black and the white. And then I'm going to put part of the white on the bottom of the other one. I think it'd probably been easier if I just glued it on, then trimmed. Instead, I had to figure out how to hold it where it wouldn't move, but it's just the belly of the penguin. My thought is, yeah, I have to tell you my thoughts, or you may not even think it's working. But if you're thinking like me, because I told you my thoughts, it does help, don't it? But I watch those cartoons with the little penguins, and they always seem to be having fun and sliding down hills and stuff. So I thought I'd have the two little ones sliding around on their belly. And I'm making the head now, and I took a heart, which I'm going to use a heart. See those hearts over on the right hand side? I'm going to use them as the face on the penguins, and I use the tiniest one on this little guy, and I'm trying to make sure it's all the way over. And then I'm going to just put a little dot with my smash pin because it's a really tiny thing. And there I'm pointing out the tail of that fox. That's the fox builder punch. And I punched three in orange out, and one's going to be the beak. And then the other two are going to be the feet on this little guy. And I'm just going to kind of put it on there, right there at the tip end. And I want his head to go up a little bit because, you know, if he's sliding down the hill, his head needs to be up instead of face first down in the bottom of the ice and the snow. And I'm putting one foot on each side because when you're watching them, their feet kind of drag behind them. And they move pretty fast in those cartoons. But yeah, I got that one done. And the other one's head's not quite slanted as much, I think. But I planned on slanting them. I just apparently didn't slant one as much as the other. And I did use the two ovals on this one. And I'm going to put the belly towards the bottom because I'm going to put the head on there. And I was trying to decide what size for the head. Well, one size was a little small, which that's what this one is. And the other was a little big. And I was looking at different things, and I said, I'm going to go ahead and go with the little small and use it because I can't find my 3/4 inch punch. I know it's here somewhere, but I'm sure I picked it up and just stuck it somewhere I wasn't supposed to stick it. I will be using some blue powder ink, and I put a couple of things up and just picked it right up and put it up, and I had not even started my layout yet. So yeah, I had it for a while before it entered my mind that I might have stuck it in that drawer with the other stuff that I put up. And yeah, it was there. This is a flower, and I'm just cutting off, and apparently I did not leave the punch out there for y'all to see, but it's just a small flower, and I cut the petals off where it looks like a little bit of a leg and three toes. And I'm putting them where one's almost straight down, the other one's tilted back, kind of like she's dancing, because this is Mama. And it's like the kids got away from her and went sliding off. And she's like hollering at them, come back. But no, they're headed off down the hill. And I put the two pieces by the belly because I did use that punch to make the arms instead of the bigger one. And here I'm showing that you need a circle for this. This is just going to be an igloo. If you noticed in the photos, the girls, those are my two great nieces, and they're playing an igloo in the park. And I made one half. I'm trying to keep these in order. That's why they're spread out like they are. And I'm inking them in that blue powder ink that, yeah, I put in the drawer. And that is not the place it goes. I just picked it up with my circle cutters and stuck it in there. And I did use my Creative Memory circle cutters on here. And I'm inking all around each of the squares. And then I'm going to put them back in place like they came out. I tried not to cut them exactly the same because I wanted them a little off where, like the second row does not totally match the first row and so on. And then the ink helps each one of these blocks show up. And yeah, it didn't take long at all to do it. And everything matched up because they were cut the same size, and I made sure they were the same size. And see the circle here? I believe it's the third I did a layout, and I thought about using black paper with white, so I cut some white circles. Well, I didn't want to throw them away, so I cut half of one to put on here. But if you want to look at the third, you can see how they're cut with the Creative Memory circle cutters. And I put foam tape on it already, so the foam tape was on there. And I decided to use it as my door. And oh, stickers. Stickers is the prompt. So I decided I'm going to use more than one kind of sticker. I used chipboard, phrase stickers, and puffy stickers. I believe that's what I used. So I tried to get a variety in here. And there's the mama at the doorway, and the trees are probably supposed to be Christmassy, even though this isn't a Christmas layout. But where we live in the area right around here, you have days in the winter where all you need is a sweater out there or a light jacket. And I thought, well, it's an igloo. I want to go with the theme igloo, so I want to make the penguins. And I decided to just use them as trees, not Christmas trees. But they are, snow and cocoa. So they probably are Christmas ones. And there's my two photos. And I cut them a little bit smaller than 3x4, um, just so they wouldn't be so big on my layout. I don't know if my circle's bigger, which, there's a good chance that my circle's bigger, but it kind of takes up the space in the middle. I don't have room for my title where I should have room for my title. So my title's going to go on the bottom right instead of right underneath the left picture. I wanted to put a a circle up in the right hand corner. It's like I flipped the layout to the left and then moved that over. So I wanted it in the right hand side. And of course, my photos will be turned, well, they're turned the same way the layout originally is, but yeah, I just wanted my circles in different spots. I didn't want them hanging off the side, not my igloo anyway. And oh, I pulled some chipboard, and that chipboard sticker there, it says XOXO, and you'll see a red one laying there that never makes it on the layout. I kept thinking it's just pretty red for everything else. And so it's going to go over to the side since I do have an XOXO anyway. And the sticker I put under the chipboard tag is so glad to be together. And I'm going to cut out several pieces here. And instead of just being a strip on each side there, I decided to do banners. And I'm just going to have some come off the bottom right and some off the top left. And they're just cut from the strips on that piece of paper there. And I'm looking at this trying to decide what to do next. Because, yeah, I thought, it looks like I've got about everything on here that I need on here. But, I always like a little bit more. So I was trying to figure out something. but I didn't do a very good job of figuring out anything else. The inspiration sketch has like splatters or something on it. I decided not to put them on mine, and I pulled out several other things. I thought, well, I got to do something. It just looks pretty plain Jane, and it's still going to look pretty plain Jane by the time I get done. But I had pulled those, uh, what is it called? Paper house, that's what it is. My mind went like little hearts out there, conversation hearts. I had pulled them out so many times for a layout and not used them. And I'm not going to use them today either. They're just not quite the right color. I thought maybe it'd work with these, and I changed my mind, so they didn't go on here either. But I am going to use an Evilicious sticker that says love. And at the time, I thought, it might go with the XOXO that's in red. But once I laid it on the layout, I see, nope, it wouldn't. It goes more with the banner that's right beside it. And these are, I'm thinking they're fancy pants. I'm pretty sure they are. And they're puffy stickers. And so I'm going to scatter them around the page. And then I think those other ones are Pretty Little Studio, and I cut two of them out. One says love this, and the other one says take notes. And I'm going to cut them off like banners and tuck them in with the banners that I already have. And I'm only using, well, it's kind of, the background is blush color, and these are a little bit darker, and then there's some mint colored ones, and I'm going to use both of those colors on here. And I think that's about it except for the sequins, because yeah, I had some light pink sequins and they have seashells in them, but I'm not going to use the seashells because they wouldn't go with my layout. But yeah, I'm looking at this trying to think of other things to put on here, and I like more. And I did manage to get a little bit. It's just not as much as I usually do sometimes. But yeah, the sequence is all I got left besides the title. Oh, and my title is going to be Chillin' in the Park. Since, I got penguins, chillin', I thought would work. So yeah, I'm going to put them in there, and that set goes really good with the colors that are in the snow and cocoa. And they're all capital letters, and they're the kinds, that line up easier than others. And I still couldn't get them on there straight. I looked at them and I thought, well, I guess I'm going to go for it because I'm tired of moving them around and they're losing their sticky. And I know I'll have to go back later and glue them down. And here's the sequence, and they're light color, iridescent. There's a little bit of yellow in there, but I don't really have no yellow in my layout. So I'm not putting them on there. I'm putting the pink, the cream, and some white ones on there. But all the seashells are staying in the bowl. But that's it. That's my layout. Be sure to look down there below to see everybody else that is doing the Scraptember and 30 Days of Sketches and Punched Out Thursday. So yeah, it's going to be a huge list of names down there, and so much inspiration. And I want to thank again, because sometimes I forget, uh, Christy and the Scrappy Sisters, Jess and Katie, and also Laura, all them. I want to thank them all for letting us all join in on the fun. But yeah, the whole month of September, and we're not even halfway through yet. But yeah, there's my alphas, and they went so well with that one colored paper that is like up there with the viewfinder and on one of the trees. And so I thought, oh wow, how lucky can I get? And yeah, see, there's the sequins, and those are the colors that I ended up using. I did not use the yellow. And see the little igloo in the picture. Yeah, I got to see a bit of it. It went by pretty fast. And yeah, that's the so glad to be together because they always have fun together. And that's it. That's my layout. If you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. And I appreciate you all stopping by my channel and watching my video and leaving comments too. They really keep me going and make my day. Have a happy scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.